Hey, so I made this football kick animation, and I rendered this from four different camera angles, and it took me almost 2.5 hours to make this animation, but I will be showing you guys this in around 20 minutes. And what I did, I just speed up the whole animation by 8 times. And but at the same time, when you guys will see the video, I will be talking about what I did, and I'll be talking about my experience of the animation. So let's go and let's see how I did this animation. So I started this animation by by placing the character 45 degrees from the ball, and the ball is placed exactly in the center of the grid. So right now I'm only animating the main body of the character. I'm totally ignoring any animation or anything about feet. I am only concerned about how I want to see the body of the character moving. So I'm trying to put as much detail as I prefer. It's just about me. There is no rules and regulations here. So but the only thing is that I just want to finalize the main body animation, and I will be dealing with the feet and the legs and in second pass. So as you guys can see, I am only concerned about the main body, and so I will show you guys the play blast of just the animation of the body. So this is the real-time play blast. As you guys can see, the only animation is in body. So now I will start animating the feet. And so okay, so now for to work on the feet, I will observe my studies. I will observe the reference footage I have, and I will counter animate by observing what I'm seeing in the main in the video. I could have animated this in by post to pose method, but I thought that will be a little bit boring. So I am thinking this it'll be better if I animate this with straight ahead method. So right now I am just doing first I am making a base motion of the whole animation. Then I will do more detailing, then I will do even more detailing, then in the end I will polish. Is something somehow like the same method which sculpting artists and or even the asset artists, everybody they first thing they do is they make a base model, and then they do further detail. So the same thing I'm doing here. I already made a base animation, and right now I'm adding again a base animation in the feet. So what you guys are seeing here is just my observation, with the things which I'm observing in that body, and the things I already studied. I note down that how many frames does it take for him to hit the ball, how many frames does it take for the body to go up, how many frames does it take for the body to go down, and the same all the main movements of the animation I note down, and I studied that how much time, how many frames they will be taking. So I will be right now I am preparing the base animation of the feet, plus I am also detailing a little bit the upper body of the animation. So again, now you guys will see a real-time play blast. So this is the real-time play blast. This is the base animation of the body and the base animation of the feet. And now I will start detailing in the whole animation, and in the end I will do a polish pass, and that will take the most time. And now I am again I'm dealing with the proper rotations of the character, and I have no set of rules here. I am just thinking that what will look better in the character, and the things which I am observing in the video, I'm just applying the same things in my animation. And so Okay, before I think I ignored the rotation and the X translation in the whole body, and now I'm paying keen attention to the to all each and every axis, that how it's supposed to move. And like also I am paying attention to the rolls in feet, and I'm also concerned about the correct poses of the whole animation. So this will just keep going like this. I will just keep adding more and more details. I will just keep observing, and I'll keep thinking what else I can add to make it look better. So till now, again, I will revise. I did the base animation of the body, base animation of the feet, and now I'm detailing the right now I am detailing the animation of the whole body and feet. And as you guys can see that I am going to each and every controller, each and every attribute, and I'm checking how they look in the graph editor. And similarly I'm editing the graph uh, to make the movements look better for the whole action. And it is very important to study the just the reference for for, like, let's say 1 hour, just to see what are the main things happening in the reference. And I it because you can't just open up the reference and start animating, and when you won't know what you actually doing. You have to make a proper plan, that how are you going to execute this animation. Will it be easier for you guys to make this animation in post to pose method, or will it be easier to animate this in straight ahead? For me, I find straight ahead method more interesting, and it gives better detail in my animation when I work with straight ahead. But if I have to animate a acting scene, then I will use post to pose, because I think it will be easier. And so I will be showing you guys again how it looks in real time. So in this playblast you can see that the detailing is even more than last time, and you guys can see in the even the feet and even the rolls and everything is way more detailed than last time. So now I am just adding a normal animation in the football also, just so that I can see how my kick is going to look with the ball. So I I am paying attention to how much force does he have to put on the ball, and what pose will be better to put all that force in the ball. And so the important thing to observe is that when the feet is in the air, after hitting the ball, the feet should be perfectly straight, because uh, the foot itself is holding the power, the force which he transferred to the football. So the foot should be taking his body forward and uh, trying to stay get foot. The main thing is that foot is also trying to move exactly like the football. So the foot, after hitting the ball, the foot will be flying, will be also flying away, and then his body will settle down according to the foot. And I think now even I'm out getting out of words. I think even I'll sit down and watch this animation, this speed up animation with you guys. uh, in this In the way I animate, you guys can see that how I don't like to work with many things at the same time. I like to work with each attribute, each graph uh, in one time. I don't like any extra keys in my graph. I only add as many keys as I need, and I like to keep my graph clean, because by keeping my graph clean, I understand more what's going on in my scene. And whether you can see that I select my feet, I select my body, I select the other attributes, that there are only as many keys as I need. and also I don't I never feel constrained to anything. If I feel like moving the curve in any direction, I just go ahead and move. I to make one animation better, I have to trust my mind. I have to trust my instincts. I don't really use my mind much when I animate. I just sit down and I just keep doing whatever is coming in front of me. Because I many time I realize that when I think too much, my animation doesn't turn out good. I just have to sit down, and I need to have a plan, but I just have to sit down and flow with with the movement of the character itself. So I feel this, if when you guys dive into the animation, when you guys dive into the Maya software itself, then the animations also the animation also start getting better, because they are not just animations. After some time, when you're actually into doing animation, you guys will feel that uh, you that you are not in this world, you are actually sitting in Maya. I feel that because I love doing animation, and I'm a really passionate animator. And I'm lucky that I am doing this thing for a living. So okay, so now let's talk about this animation. I am just I'm continuously adding more and more detail in my animation. And I am just trying to observe as much as possible from from the reference. And I am trying to implement the same things. I'm trying to find different ways to make things look better. And I think, let me see how much there is still more than 5 minutes of video left. So I really don't know what else to speak for 5 minutes. I think I will just sit with you guys, and I will watch my own animation. So I will speak when, if I think that I have to mention something. One thing to make your animations good, I is my advice. I feel that whenever I take animation as a meditation, I I try not to do multiple things while animation, because whenever I realize, whenever I listen to music or do something else other than animation, I always end up making a stupid animation, because I get distracted. I always feel that when I'm animating, I don't want to distract myself. I want to remain focused. And so, for me, meditation helped me a lot in animation. And so I recommend you guys to learn a little bit about meditation also, to make better animations. And so right now I'm working on the follow through, which we will see in the feet after this character will hit the ball. And sometimes it's really tricky um, to sometimes it's really tricky to see your own mistake, because you get used to the work which you are doing. Your mind tricks you and your mind tells you that uh, that your work is amazing, but in real, like, your work doesn't look that great. So to overcome this thing, I feel is you have to train your mind, you have to train uh, your art, you have to practice more, and you have to ask more people around you that how your animations looks good. Because if for me, if I spend one whole day on my animation, after that I don't really trust. My mind keep telling me that, oh, this animation is amazing, but I know that there are many things missing in this animation. So I ask around, I ask many people around me, and I ask them that what more things can I change in my animation. And whatever they tell me, I I do that, because for after some time, no matter how experienced you are, I talk about this with many experienced animator also. Even they see that they told me that after some time their minds, you know, tells them that, this is the best piece of art. But in real, there are many things you can make, many better things you can do in that animation. So practice is the only thing which I can say which will make your animation better and better. I Yeah, so meditation and practice. And I think there are only 2 minutes left of this video, and I think I mentioned, if you guys really want to see how exactly I'm doing in my Maya, you guys can play this video in slow motion. I think in YouTube you have option to play video in slow mode. And if you guys still think that the video is still too fast, you guys can always comment on and you can ask me what I did in that specific place which you don't understand. I think it's better to see, because animation is not something which I can just tell you guys that, oh, it should be done like this. It's just like a thing which you acquire by practicing again and again. And by just by looking at this video, you guys can see that how much work I'm doing in each graph to put the detail which I need. I am not leaving any curve untouched. I'm always going to all the controllers, to all the attributes in the controllers, and seeing whether they need more keys, whether they need more work. And I'm trying to uh, put as much detail as possible right now. And I, also I will be making some videos on body mechanics, but uh, I think it's more important for practice is more important than learning body mechanics, because you guys the you guys will understand that, oh, this is how body works, but in the end you guys will get confused, and you need to, I think what I'm trying to say is that practice is more important than learning the body mechanics. But I have to say body mechanics is really important. You have to know how the body works, how how everything works in a creature, and in an animation like this. But better than that, you have to you have to observe your own body. You have to observe, you have to become more observative person. So okay, so this video is done. So now again I'll play the renders which I did. So in these renders, you guys can see that how it turns out. It took me almost 2.5 hours to make this animation, and I'm happy with my work, which the work which I did in just 2.5 hours. And let me know what you guys think about this animation, and please feel free to share this video, and also hit like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.